All right, let's talk. You walk into a grocery store in 2026 and you feel it, right? That sense that your wallet is about to get absolutely obliterated. It's not just inflation, folks. The game has changed. These stores, these beautiful, brightly lit temples of consumerism, have leveled up their psychological warfare. They have entire departments dedicated to making you spend more, using tactics so sneaky, so deeply embedded in the shopping experience, you won't even see them coming. Your organic kale is now a Trojan horse for financial ruin. It's wild. Now let's be clear, this isn't some back alley illegal scam. No one is breaking the law here, which is what makes it so brilliant and so infuriating. These are perfectly legal, highly sophisticated, data-driven strategies designed to manipulate your brain. They're playing chess while you're just trying to remember if you need milk. They use neuroscience, behavioral economics, and your own shopping data against you. It's a silent battle happening in every single aisle, and right now, you're losing. But that ends today. I'm not just here to expose the matrix. I'm here to give you the red pill. We are going to break down the 10 sneakiest, most diabolical tricks grocery stores are pulling in 2026. And for each one, I'm giving you the counter moves, the battle-tested strategies to fight back, protect your bank account, and walk out of that store with your dignity and your money intact. Get your Notes app ready. Class is in session. First up, the OG of grocery store deception, but now it's on horse tranquilizers. I'm talking about shrinkflation. This isn't your grandma's slightly smaller box of crackers. In 2026, this is a high art. The packaging looks identical. The box has the same height, the same width, the same premium, glossy finish that whispers, "I contain multitudes." But inside, it's a ghost town. The bag of chips is 40% air. The ice cream tub has a crater in the bottom you could lose a pet in, and your favorite chocolate bar now has the density of an Aero bar. It's a magic trick where your money disappears. They've perfected the art of the illusion. They'll use thicker cardboard to maintain the box size, redesign the packaging with bigger fonts and more aggressive graphics to distract you, or even add a new and improved label. Improved for who? Their shareholders? Because there are definitely fewer cookies in this new package. They are banking on your muscle memory, on you grabbing the same product you've bought for years without a second thought. They know you don't carry a ruler and a scale into Safeway. They're counting on your trust, and they're monetizing it, one missing pretzel at a time. This isn't just about chips and cookies either. This is happening with everything. Toilet paper rolls that are narrower, dish soap with a deeper dimple at the bottom of the bottle, even bags of frozen vegetables that feel full but are mostly just frosty air. It's a systematic, across-the-board reduction in value disguised by familiarity. They're literally selling you less for more, and they're doing it right in front of your face. It's the corporate equivalent of gaslighting, and the victim is your monthly budget. The audacity is breathtaking. So, how do we fight this Jedi mind trick? You need to become a grocery store detective. Your new best friend is the unit price. Ignore the big, sexy sale price. Look for that tiny number on the shelf tag that says price per ounce or price per 100 grams. This is the great equalizer. It cuts through all the marketing BS and tells you exactly what you're paying for the actual product. Your mission is to find the lowest unit price, period. Make it a game, you versus the corporate overlords. And you need to become a historian of your own pantry. Take a mental snapshot, or a real one, of your favorite products. Know their net weight. When you see a new look package, your spidey senses should tingle. Check the weight. Compare it to the old one. If you see it's dropped, even by a little, it's time to reevaluate your loyalty. Is it still the best value? Or is there a competitor who's still giving you the full 16 ounces? Don't let them get away with it. Call them out. Or better yet, just buy the other brand. Buy. Welcome to the future, where your loyalty is a liability. Remember when loyalty cards just got you a free turkey at Thanksgiving? Cute. In 2026, your grocery store app and loyalty program are no longer your friends. They are sophisticated data harvesting machines creating a personalized pricing matrix designed to extract the maximum amount of cash from you specifically. This is dynamic pricing, but for your bananas. It's surge pricing, but for your sourdough. And you opted in for a 10% discount on yogurt. Here's how it works. You scan your app. The system knows it's you. It knows you buy that fancy oat milk every Tuesday. It knows you're a sucker for Ben & Jerry's when it's on sale. And it knows you haven't bought pasta in a while. So what does it do? It might keep the price of oat milk stable for you because it knows you'll buy it anyway. But that Ben & Jerry's? It might only show you a 50-cent discount, while it shows a non-loyal customer a $2 discount to lure them in. It's your own personal episode of Black Mirror, playing out in the freezer aisle. The algorithm is constantly learning. It's A/B testing you in real time. What happens if we show X a higher price for avocados this week? Will they still buy them? Let's find out. You are a lab rat in their grand experiment of profit maximization. They use your past behavior to predict your future spending and then adjust the digital price tags on the shelf or the prices in your app to perfectly match your willingness to pay. It's not about what the product is worth. It's about what they think it's worth to you. This is the dark side of convenience. That app that helps you build a shopping list and clips coupons for you, it's also building a psychological profile of you as a consumer. It knows your brand loyalties, your impulse triggers, and your budget's breaking point. The more you use it, the more data you feed the machine, and the more accurate its predatory pricing becomes. They've turned your shopping habits into a weapon against your own bank account. It's a deeply unequal information war. So, how do you unplug from this dystopian nightmare? First, go dark. Try shopping incognito. Don't scan your app. Don't enter your phone number. Pay with a credit card or cash. You might miss out on a few advertised deals, but you'll also be invisible to the pricing algorithm, which could save you more in the long run. If you must use a loyalty program, consider having multiple accounts under different emails or phone numbers. Check the prices on a family member's account. Compare. Be polygamous with your loyalty. And most importantly, before you go to the store, use a neutral browser to check the prices online. Don't let them personalize your poverty. Let's talk about architecture. Not buildings, but the architecture of the shelf. That 15-foot stretch of processed cheese and pasta sauce isn't organized by chance. It's a carefully engineered landscape designed to guide your eyes and your hands directly to the most profitable items. The most expensive, highest margin products are almost always placed at adult eye level. This prime real estate is called the bullseye zone, and brands pay a premium, a literal slotting fee, to have their products placed there. Think about it. When you're rushing through the store after a long day, you're not doing a full-body squat to inspect the bottom shelf. You're not climbing the shelves like a lemur to see what's on top. You're grabbing what's easy, what's right in front of your face. And the stores know this. They exploit your fatigue and your desire for convenience. The name brands, the ones with the big marketing budgets, pay to be in your direct line of sight. They're buying your laziness, one convenient grab at a time. Down on the bottom shelf, that's where the hidden gems are. That's where they put the store brands, the generics, the bulk items. They're often chemically identical to the name brand products, made in the same factory even, but they're way cheaper. They're hidden down there because they have lower profit margins. The store doesn't want you to buy them. They want you to buy the premium, eye-level product that makes them more money. Up high? That's usually smaller, niche brands or bulk backstock. The real battle is between your knees and your wallet. This strategy is so effective, it's almost hypnotic. Go to the cereal aisle. Look at eye level. It's a vibrant, colorful wall of cartoon characters and flashy logos, all screaming for your attention. Now, look down. See that giant bag of Frosted Flakes that costs 40% less per ounce? It's probably in a boring, clear plastic bag. It has no mascot. It has no emotional appeal. It just has value. They are making you physically work harder to save money. It's a subtle but powerful psychological barrier. Your counterattack is simple, but it requires discipline. You have to treat every aisle like a workout. I call it the grocery store squat. Before you grab anything, scan the entire vertical space. Look high and, most importantly, look low. Do your squats. Your glutes and your bank account will thank you. Compare the eye-level option with the generic brand on the bottom shelf. Check the ingredients, check the unit price, and the most powerful tool of all, a shopping list. Stick to it religiously. Don't let the perfectly placed box of artisanal, gluten-free, keto-friendly crackers you never intended to buy seduce you from its eye-level throne. Ah, the end cap. That beautiful, bountiful display at the end of the aisle. It's stacked high with a single product, often with a big, bright yellow or red sign screaming "sale" or "special." It feels like an event. It feels like a deal that the store has curated just for you. You'd be a fool not to grab a case of that sparkling water, right? Wrong. The end cap is one of the biggest psychological traps in the entire store. It's pure retail theater. Here's the secret. A huge percentage of the time, the items on that end cap are not on sale at all. They are being sold at their regular price. The store is simply using the power of presentation to create the illusion of a sale. They take a product, move it from its normal spot in the aisle, and pile it up under a flashy sign. Your brain sees the massive display and the bright colors and automatically assumes it's a discount. It's a cognitive shortcut. You feel like you're getting a deal, so you buy it without thinking. Even when the end cap item is technically on sale, it might not be the best deal in the store. Let's say that name brand soda is on the end cap, 2 for $5. Sounds good. But if you were to walk 10 feet down the aisle, you might find the store brand equivalent is just $1.50 per bottle, making it significantly cheaper. The end cap is designed to stop you from going down that aisle. It's an impulse buy ambush, preying on your assumption that the most visible deal is the best deal. They use a principle called the display effect. Research shows that simply putting a product on a special display can increase its sales by over 100%, even with no price change. They might pair items together, like chips and salsa, to encourage you to buy both, a tactic called cross-merchandising. Again, these are often not on sale. They are just conveniently placed together to plant a seed in your mind. Oh, I'm buying chips. I guess I need salsa too. It feels like your idea, but it was meticulously planned by the store's marketing team. So, how do you dismantle this stage play? You have to become a skeptic. When you see an end cap display, your first instinct should be suspicion, not excitement. Ignore the big sign. Pull out your phone or walk down the aisle to the product's regular home on the shelf. Check the shelf tag. Is the price actually lower? Is there a was price to compare it to? Then, do your unit price calculation. Is this massive stack of Coke actually cheaper per ounce than the Pepsi right next to it? The end cap is for impulse buys. If it wasn't on your list, you probably don't need it, especially if the deal is a mirage. We've talked about the unit price as your secret weapon, but in 2026, the stores are fighting back. They've started playing a shell game with the unit prices themselves, making it nearly impossible to make a quick, clean comparison. They know you're trying to be a smart shopper, so they're intentionally muddying the waters. This is weaponized math, and it's designed to confuse you into submission. It's a tactic of strategic obfuscation. Here's the trick. They use inconsistent units of measurement. You'll be looking at 2 bottles of olive oil. One shelf tag will list the unit price per fluid ounce. The one right next to it, for a slightly different sized bottle, will list the unit price per 100 milliliters. Now you're standing in the aisle trying to do metric to imperial conversions in your head. Is 33.8 fluid ounces in a liter? Or is that for something else? By the time you figure it out, your ice cream is melting and you just grab the one with the prettier label. Mission accomplished for the store. This happens everywhere. Coffee might be priced per ounce for one bag and per pound for another. Cheese could be per pound or per 100 grams. Juice boxes might be priced per box, while the larger carton is priced per quart. They are deliberately creating friction. They are making the act of comparison difficult and annoying, knowing that most people will give up. It's a subtle form of information warfare. They're giving you the data, but in a format that's as unhelpful as possible. It's a classic choice paralysis tactic. By presenting you with too much conflicting information, they overwhelm your cognitive load. Your brain, seeking to conserve energy, defaults to a simpler decision-making metric like, which brand do I recognize? Or, which packaging is more appealing? They are actively preventing you from making a rational, value-based decision. They are turning a simple choice between two products into a frustrating math problem that you're not prepared to solve. To win this fight, you must come prepared. Your smartphone is your best friend. Have a calculator app ready on your home screen. Don't be ashamed to stand there and punch in the numbers. Or, even better, download a unit price comparison app that can do the conversions for you. If you can, try to memorize a few key conversions, like ounces to grams or fluid ounces to liters. And when in doubt, just default to the simplest comparison. If one bottle is exactly twice the size of another, is it less than twice the price? Don't let them win with bad math. Let's move to the healthy section of the store, the produce aisle. It looks so fresh, so natural. You've got the vibrant colors, the earthy smells, and that gentle, refreshing mist that periodically rains down on the leafy greens. It looks like it's keeping the vegetables fresh, right? That's part of it. But it's also a brilliantly sneaky way to make you pay more. That water isn't just for hydration, it's for weight, and you pay for that weight. Think about it. Broccoli, lettuce, kale, mushrooms. These things are like sponges. When they get misted, they soak up that water. Then you put them in a plastic bag, take them to the scale, and you're not just paying for the vegetable, you're paying for the water it absorbed. It might only be a few cents per head of broccoli, but multiply that by every customer, every day, every year. It adds up to millions of dollars in extra revenue for the grocery store, all from a little bit of tap water. The effect is most dramatic on items sold by weight. A head of lettuce can absorb a surprising amount of water. A bunch of kale can easily hold on to enough water to add 10 to 15% to its total weight. The store is literally selling you water at the price of organic kale, which, as we know, is already priced like a precious metal. It's a simple, elegant, and almost invisible way to inflate your bill. It feels fresh, but it's financially foul. This also has a shelf-life downside. While the mist makes things look crisp in the store, that excess moisture can actually make your produce spoil faster once you get it home. That perfectly misted head of lettuce is more likely to turn into a slimy mess in your crisper drawer, forcing you to throw it out and come back to buy more. So they get you on the initial purchase with the extra water weight, and they get you on the back end with increased spoilage. It's a devious 1-2 punch. The counter move is easy. First, give your produce a good shake. Before you bag that bunch of parsley or kale, shake it out like you're trying to get the last drop out of a ketchup bottle. You'll be amazed at how much water comes off. For things like mushrooms, use the paper bags if they're available, as they absorb some of the excess moisture. If you're really committed, you can gently pat things dry with a paper towel before you weigh them, though you might get some weird looks. Or consider buying prepackaged, pre-washed produce. It's often more expensive by unit price, but at least you know you're not paying for a cup of water. Have you ever noticed that grocery stores are laid out like a casino? No clocks, no windows, and a confusing floor plan that's honestly impossible to navigate efficiently. That is 100% intentional. The store layout is a carefully crafted labyrinth designed to maximize the time you spend inside and the distance you walk. Why? Because the more you wander, the more you see, and the more you buy. Every extra step you take is a potential impulse purchase for them. The strategy is simple. Put the essential, high-demand items as far apart as possible. The milk and eggs are in the back corner. The bread is on the opposite side of the store. The produce is right at the entrance. So, to get the 3 things you actually came for, you're forced to walk a winding path through the entire store, past the salty snacks, the sugary cereals, the frozen pizzas, and those beautifully arranged end caps we already talked about. They are basically forcing you to run a gauntlet of temptation. But this isn't just about making you walk. They are constantly changing the layout. You finally figured out where they keep the coconut milk? Great. Next month it's moved. Now you have to hunt for it, and in the process, you'll wander down aisles you never intended to visit. Oh, look, they moved the coconut milk next to the artisanal chocolate. I guess I could use some artisanal chocolate. It's a deliberate strategy to break your routine and force exploration, because exploration leads to unplanned spending. This is also why the produce section is almost always at the front. It's a psychological trick. You start your trip by putting healthy fruits and vegetables in your cart. This makes you feel virtuous. Psychologists call this moral licensing. Because you've been good by buying kale and apples, you feel you have a license to be bad later on. You feel you've earned that bag of chips or pint of ice cream you'll conveniently walk past on your way to the checkout. They let you buy the halo so you'll feel better about buying the sin. To escape the labyrinth, you need a map and a mission. Your shopping list is your map. Before you even enter the store, plan your route. Group the items on your list by section: produce, dairy, dry goods, and so on. Go into the store with a plan of attack. Hit your sections in a logical order and get out. Resist the urge to wander. And if you really want to level up, consider using the store's pickup service. You order online, they do the shopping, and you just pick it up. This completely eliminates the risk of impulse buys and saves you from the psychological maze. It's honestly the ultimate life hack for beating the layout. Humans are wired to fear missing out. It's honestly a primal instinct. And in 2026, grocery stores are exploiting this FOMO with ruthless efficiency. They create a sense of fake urgency and artificial scarcity to pressure you into buying things you don't even need right now. You've seen the signs. Limited time only, while supplies last, only 2 per customer. These phrases are designed to short-circuit your rational brain and trigger your impulsive reptilian brain. That limited time only pumpkin spice coffee creamer, it's not actually that limited. They have pallets of it in the back. They just want you to feel like if you don't buy it now, you'll miss your chance forever. This creates a sense of anxiety and a desire to act immediately. That only 2 per customer limit on paper towels? It's not because there's a real shortage. It's a psychological trick. A purchase limit implies the item is so valuable and in such high demand that it needs to be rationed. It makes you want it more. And honestly, it makes you feel smart for getting your 2. They create this illusion in subtle ways too. You might see a shelf that's partially empty. Your brain interprets this as, wow, this product is popular, I better grab one before they're all gone. But often employees are actually instructed to not fully stock the shelves. It's a practice called facing, where they pull a few items to the front to make the shelf look neat but sparse. The empty space behind it? Totally intentional. It's a visual cue designed to manufacture demand. This tactic taps into our competitive nature. When we see a limited supply, we don't just want the item, we want to beat other people to it. It turns a simple shopping trip into a low-stakes competition. Getting that last box of limited edition cookies feels like a victory. The store has successfully transformed a mundane transaction into an emotional experience, and you've paid for the privilege by buying something you probably wouldn't have otherwise. The way to defeat this is to cultivate an attitude of Zen-like indifference. When you see a sign creating urgency, just take a deep breath and ask yourself one simple question. Did I need this before I saw the sign? If the answer is no, walk away. Recognize the sign for what it is. A marketing tactic, not a public service announcement. Check for alternatives. Is there another non-limited edition product that serves the same purpose and is cheaper? Remember, There is almost never a true scarcity of soda or cereal. The store will survive if you don't buy it, and more importantly, so will you. You've survived the labyrinth, dodged the impulse buys, and finally made it to the checkout. You think you're safe, but, you are wrong. The checkout line is the final boss battle, and in 2026, the scams have been seriously amplified by technology and good old-fashioned criminal opportunism. This is where you need to be most vigilant, because the threats are real and can cost you way more than just a few extra dollars. First, let's talk about gift cards. The gift card rack is a minefield. Scammers have gotten incredibly sophisticated. They'll go to the store, carefully peel back the sticker covering the card's PIN number, jot down the card number and PIN, and then place a new, identical sticker over it. You buy the card, load it up with $100 for your nephew's birthday, and by the time your nephew tries to use it, the scammer, who's been monitoring the card's balance online, has already drained it dry. It happens in minutes. Then, there are the distraction scams at the point of sale, especially at self-checkout. This is like a new twist on old tricks. A scammer might accidentally drop a bunch of items near you, causing a commotion. While you and others are distracted or trying to help, an accomplice quickly scans a few of their own items on your order, or uses a device to skim your credit card information as you pay. They prey on your kindness and the chaos of a busy checkout area. Even the payment terminal itself can be a threat. Criminals are using highly advanced skimmers that are virtually indistinguishable from the real card reader. These devices are placed over the terminal's card slot and capture your card data when you swipe or insert your chip. Others use tiny pinhole cameras mounted nearby to record you entering your PIN. You won't know you've been compromised until fraudulent charges start showing up on your statement days later. The solution here is a healthy dose of paranoia. When buying gift cards, always buy them from the cashier, not the rack. Or better yet, buy digital gift cards online directly from the retailer. When you're at the checkout, guard your space. Be aware of your surroundings. And most importantly, always shield the keypad with your hand when entering your PIN. It's a really simple habit that can save you a world of trouble. Whenever possible, use a credit card instead of a debit card. Credit cards offer far better fraud protection, and it's the bank's money at risk, not yours. Finally, always check your receipt before you leave the store. Scanners can make mistakes, cashiers can double scan items, and sale prices might not ring up correctly. It's your last line of defense. Take the 30 seconds to review it. Make sure you were charged for what you actually bought and at the price you expected. Don't let a simple error at the very last step undermine all your hard work of being a savvy shopper. In the digital age of 2026, the grocery store isn't just a physical place, it's an ecosystem. And the latest frontier for draining your wallet is through subscription services and delivery apps. They lure you in with the promise of convenience and exclusive savings, but they're often riddled with hidden fees, automatic renewals, and other traps designed to lock you in and bleed you dry over time. It usually starts with a free trial for their premium loyalty program or delivery service. Get free delivery for 30 days, or unlock exclusive member pricing. It sounds great, right? You sign up, provide your credit card information just for their records, and then you promptly forget about it. 30 days later, you're automatically enrolled in a $149 annual subscription. The store is banking on your forgetfulness. They make it incredibly easy to sign up and incredibly difficult to cancel. Then there are the hidden fees within the delivery apps themselves. You think you're just paying for your groceries and a delivery fee. But look closer. There are service fees, heavy item fees, bag fees, and sometimes the prices of the items themselves are marked up significantly compared to in-store prices. That free delivery you got with your subscription isn't free at all. The cost is just baked into these other charges. You're paying a premium for convenience that they are actively hiding from you in the fine print. The psychology here is about creating a sunk cost fallacy. Once you've paid for that annual subscription, you feel compelled to use the service to get your money's worth. This locks you into their ecosystem. You stop comparing prices with other stores because you're already invested. You order more frequently and you're more susceptible to their in-app promotions and impulse buys. They've captured you as a customer, not through better prices, but through a subscription fee you felt you had to justify. To avoid these modern-day money pits, you have to be meticulous. Before you sign up for any free trial, read the cancellation policy. Find out exactly how to cancel and set a reminder on your phone for 2 days before the trial ends. Unlink your credit card immediately if the platform allows it. When using delivery apps, go through the checkout process to the final confirmation screen to see the full, itemized list of fees before you commit. Often, the sticker shock of all the added charges is enough to convince you to just go to the store yourself. Shop in-store when you can. It's still the most reliable way to control your spending and avoid the hidden costs of the digital grocery world. So there you have it. 10 of the most devious, data-driven, and psychologically manipulative tricks in the 2026 grocery playbook. From shrinking packages to personalized pricing and labyrinthine layouts, the entire system is engineered to make you spend more. But here's the thing. These tactics only work when you're on autopilot. They prey on distraction, fatigue, and habit. Your greatest defense, your ultimate superpower in this fight, is awareness. Now you know the game. You know the moves. You can't unsee the matrix. Remember that these strategies will continue to evolve. Next year, there will be new tricks, new apps, new ways to separate you from your money. But the core principles of defense remain the same. Go into the store prepared with a list and a plan. Question everything that seems too good to be true. Every flashy display, every urgent sale. Train yourself to prioritize real value, the unit price, the net weight, the actual need, over the emotional manipulation of marketing and convenience. Make rational, deliberate choices. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart. It's about taking back control from a system that sees you not as a person, but as a data point to be optimized for profit. Every dollar you save by outsmarting these tricks is a dollar you can put toward your actual goals, your family, your future. So go out there in 2026, shop with your eyes wide open, and keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. You've got this.